Hey, good evening, everybody. Hope everybody's having a good, well, I guess it's not the weekend yet. Tomorrow night, I guess, starts the weekend, depending on how you do things. Hope everybody's doing all right. Hello. Sorry I wasn't here last week. I think I was out of town. Wait, what was last week? Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving was last week. And I was not here. Hello, Kenju. Hey, Joe. Thank you very much, two of you. Donating $5. Appreciate it. Thank you. Don't know what else to say, but thank you. I appreciate that. How's everybody doing? Is everybody ready for the stream? Still trying to get things set up. Trying to sign into chat so I can talk with y'all. I got a neat little thing I did. I've been working. I was actually been sitting here at the computer for about an hour, and I was going to do a been working on a graphic. So like right there. I made that. Fancy. So you guys can see all my social media. If you want to follow me on TikTok or YouTube. Are you wanting to get into your chair, Emmeline Akers? Let me push these out of the way so you may get here. Go ahead. Emma sits beside me. She's going to sit beside me and hang out tonight. So, Kenji, been a long week ever since I got COVID. I have only been able to sleep about 5 hours a night for some reason. Oh, I slept horrible when I had COVID. It was awful. I don't know. Have you gotten over it already? I know when I had COVID, I had a horrible time sleeping. The pain, you get aches, body aches, headache was horrible. Absolutely awful headache. Worst headache I think I've ever had in my life. It's pretty miserable. But anyway, let's talk about bugs. I have a lot of videos on my channel about what not to do for bugs. Whether it is, diatomaceous earth, heat treatments. People try lots of things to get rid of their bugs. Whether it's, like I said, a heat treatment for bed bugs, alcohol. People will take and douse their entire bed in denatured alcohol, rubbing alcohol, whatever, and diatomaceous earth all over the place till they can't breathe. I get a lot of comments on my videos stating, you just don't want people to encroach on your territory, being in like pest control, doing their own pest control, saving money, whatever. And that's not the case at all. I just don't want people to get sick. I don't want people to waste their money. If you're spending, even if it's, let's do a, what am I looking for? Actually, let me put this over here. That way, as I'm doing my scenes, I can sit here and I can see everybody that is talking to me. See, that works out a lot better. I can look right at the camera. I was wondering how you started Green Akers Pest Control and what challenges you face running a business. I was really poor. I was dirt poor. I didn't have anything to my name. I was basically living off of a tax return that I would budget out over the year just to be able to afford clothing and stuff for my kids. I took my entire tax return and put it into my business, and I started my company. I bought B&Gs. I think I bought 2. I might have only bought 1 in the beginning. Can't remember. I bought, mouse poison, bait stations, chemicals, all the stuff I needed. We went out and we bought a car. We actually traded my wife's car and my car in so I could afford an automobile to work out of. And we paid to wrap the car in our company logo so everybody knew who I was, so I looked professional. I started paying for advertising on Google, and I spent my entire tax return in a period of about 3 or 4 weeks and it was very stressful. I was worried I wasn't going to be able to afford ends meet, that I wasn't going to be able to take care of my family. My wife did get a job the first 2 years we were in business for ourselves. My wife worked at a hospital, and so that we could get some kind of income, because I wasn't making anything in the beginning. And that's why I started my business. I started my business because I was poor. I didn't have any money. I was tired of living on government assistance. I was tired of food stamps. I was tired of, having to rely on someone other than myself for the things I needed. And because, when you rely on the government, you don't get what you need ever. So, it's very difficult. And that's why I started my business. I've been in pest control my entire life. I'm second generation. My son works with me. He's third generation. We work together as a team. And so this is what I've always done. It's just I looked at myself and I was like, I'm not getting anywhere with where I'm at. I had two options. I could go into computers, which I really love computers. I like to build computers. I like to network computers. I like to work on them. I like to program them. My website and everything, all that stuff. I maintain all that stuff myself. I like to do that stuff. I'm a nerd. I like games. I like computers. I like stuff like that. Or I could go into pest control, which is something I've been doing my whole life. And so I decided to go into pest control. So that's what I'm good at. That's what I'm good at. But anyway, are those World of Warcraft plaques on the wall? They are. They are. This is, what is this? This is like cameras. I'm not used to this reverse thing. All right, so that's the Horde, and then that's Alliance, and then that's American flag up there. And my spider's not here today. I took him down for at least this time. Yes. But anyway, I was going to do something and I can't remember what it was. What was I going to do, Emma? Do you remember? No. No? Emma don't remember either.
I don't even know what you're going to do.
But the challenges that I face running a business, I don't find it very challenging. Keeping track of everybody. It's really important to have a good database system. It's really important to write things down. If someone calls your phone, my phone is here. This is my work phone right here. It's, you talk games. This is my work phone. It's got, I'm a nerd, but I like games. I grew up playing games. I'm a millennial. Grew up playing video games. But anyway, I keep my phone on me all the time. I'm open 24 hours a day. People call me all the time, nighttime, daytime, anytime. You need to answer your phone. It's probably the biggest challenge that I face is answering the phone, making sure that when the phone rings, I pick it up, I answer it. If someone calls and I'm talking to someone on the phone and someone else calls and beeps in, that's the only time I don't answer the phone. I give the one customer that has called 100% of my undivided attention. They are the one I'm talking to. If I lose a sale because I didn't answer the phone, it doesn't bother me and I don't worry about it. The thing is that you need to do not be rude and not let other people interrupt you when you're talking to your customers. And so I don't do that. I won't answer the phone if someone else calls. If they leave a message, I call them back. If they don't leave a message, I call them back. I always call people back if they call me. That's probably the biggest challenge is making sure that I answer the phone. It's not hard to talk to people. I've never had a problem talking to people. I've never had a problem selling myself to people because I just tell them the truth. I just tell them, no, this is what I do. Take it or leave it. This is how I do things. And people like that. People like when you're honest. They don't like being lied to. They don't like feeling that they can't trust you. And the only way that you can build trust with your relationship, with your customers or with anybody, is just tell them the truth and don't lie to them. The thing is that I always give people the benefit of the doubt personally. When people talk to me, I assume they're going to tell me the truth. I assume that they're not going to lie to me. And until they lie to me, then someone lies to you, then it's really hard to build that trust back up again. So it's very important that if you're going to run a business on your own, that you're truthful and just be honest, you know. And if you don't know the answer to someone's question, say, I don't know, let me look it up. Just like when we sit here on live, you know, I'm live right now. If you have a question and I don't know the answer, I look it up and I teach you how to look it up. That's what we do. And I don't know. I don't sit here pretending to know the answers to everybody's questions. I am learning just like you are. So that's really important. 6 months ago, we had a few bed bugs around our bed and couch. I bought the Crossfire, sprayed the bed and the couch. I didn't really spray every little nook and cranny because we are lazy. Okay. Were you successful, Christopher? All right, Jack Lowe says, hey, Jason, I've been treating with Crossfire for a while since discovering your channel. Big thanks, and it's cut down on my bed bugs a lot, but they're still not gone. I just realized it could be since I'm using a garden sprayer instead of a B&G. Just wondering if you have tips for treating baseboards with B&G to make sure they get into the crevices. Also, does it matter whether I mix Crossfire with warm or room temperature water? I typically just get them from the shower tub, slightly warm, thanks. Okay, you don't want it to be hot. It's important that the water is not hot. That hot water will actually cause, it'll mess up the pesticide. It could cause it to lose some integrity. You could use warm water, lukewarm water. The main thing is that Crossfire is really thick and goopy, and it takes a little bit to mix it, and I find that it mixes better with like lukewarm water. You mix your tank half full. So I've got that video on my YouTube channel where I show you how to mix Crossfire. The bottom half is typically lukewarm, and the top half is just cold, just straight cold water. And so that way you mix it really well within that half gallon that you first have in there, and then you fill it the rest of the way with cold water, and it'll bring the temperature down to cool, and it'll work really well. And I've never had a problem with it breaking down before, you know, a month. It always lasts. 2 weeks later, a couple more bugs. Sprayed again a week later, 2 more little bugs. Then nothing. About 3 months with no bugs. We did not really try that hard either. We also never really had more than a couple. Well, the thing about Crossfire, I call it a idiot-proof pesticide. I've noticed a lot of pesticides are getting that way. I remember the first one they came out with that I've ever used was Termidor. Termidor is what I call an idiot-proof termiticide. It doesn't matter if you were trained a year ago or if you trained a week ago. You could typically kill termites with Termidor as long as you have a general use of how to treat for termites. A general knowledge, on how to treat for termites. Crossfire, same thing. If you have a general idea of how bed bugs behave and where to properly treat for bed bugs, you're going to kill your bed bugs. It's not that hard to get rid of a bed bug problem. A lot of exterminators love to try to force people to purchase their services. They try to come in and say, hey, the only way you're ever going to get rid of your bugs is to call a pest control guy, exterminator. You're going to have to hire an exterminator. And that's not true. Any kind of bug, really, honestly, you can do it yourself as long as you understand, the general idea on where to treat and how to treat. It's not that hard to get rid of any bug. You need a little bit of entomology. You need to understand how bugs behave, and then you can kill just about any bug. Most bugs hide behind baseboards, including bed bugs, cockroaches, ants, silverfish, centipedes, millipedes. Lots of bugs hide behind the baseboards. If you treat behind the baseboards and you kill them where they live, that's really important. And if you can do that, you'll get rid of your bed bug problem. You'll get rid of your ant problem. You just need to know what type of pesticide and how to apply it. It's not that hard. It's not rocket science. You don't even need a high school diploma to be an exterminator. It's not that hard. We had a little bit of Crossfire left over. How long can we keep it in a spray container? Will leftovers work 1 to 3, 6 months? Not usually, Bella. Typically, you don't want to use it after 24 hours. It won't really last past 24 hours. So, roaches are really fun to kill. I kill roaches all the time. I got videos on how to kill roaches. I had a friend of mine talk about these plaques right here on the wall. These, there, yes, there, and there. I had a friend of mine. So I've been playing World of Warcraft for a long time. Very, very long time. since it was in the very early vanilla stages of the game. And I used to play with, like, my best friend. We played together in the game all the time. And he had a problem with bed bugs. And so I told him about Crossfire, and I sent him a couple videos that I had made, and he went and killed his bed bugs. And then he messaged me maybe 7-8 months later, and he said, hey, I've got a problem with cockroaches now. Do you know anything that can kill those? And so I sent him some links about Alpine, and I sent him a couple videos. I said, yeah, try this. He messaged me back and said, man, that stuff is amazing. I can't believe it. He said he's never been able to kill bugs with any pesticide you buy at Walmart. He said he's used my advice, though, and was able to get rid of them on his own. So, holy cow. Huge problem. Let's see. Sprayed onslaught outside, inside, in the attic. Delta dust in the wall voids. Glue traps. Haven't caught any in a while, but I don't know if what I did is working or if they are dormant for the winter. Any advice? What is BR? Is that, did you mean to type bed bugs? I'm not sure what BR is. But onslaught is really mostly for like spiders and stuff, isn't it? I mean, onslaught fast cap. I guess onslaught could be for other types of bugs. What is BR? Do you know how to get to the new place, Emma? Do you want me to show you? What you gotta do? This. Wait a minute. Where is it? This. Yeah, go there. I'll show you. You want to go there, right? Yeah. So once you mix Crossfire, that's it. 24 hours only. We will try using it all the time next time. Okay, so here's the thing about Crossfire. Crossfire says on the label to use within 24 hours of mixing. You can mix as early as the night before you have to treat, but you should treat the next day. That's what it says on the label. I have had people tell me that they have used Crossfire and they have kept the leftovers up to a week and still used it, and it still killed bugs. I can only tell you what the label says. Label's a law, just like I say on all of my, like these and that. It's up there, you know. So I can only tell you what the label says. Label's the law. A brown recluse. Oh, yes. If you haven't found any more in glue traps, I would assume the brown recluse are dead. The brown recluse, the thing about a brown recluse spider, I have only done one brown recluse job in over 30 years. I've done one. They're not very common. Not here anyway. Not in this area of Virginia. Okay, so what you need to do is you need to go, where's your flight thing? Find that. Find that and go to Orbos. Go here and go to Orbos. That's what you need to do. Okay? So I'm helping my daughter. She's sitting right beside me. I'm trying to help her find her mom so she can play with her mom. But anyway, a brown recluse, they call them recluse because they're reclusive. They hide. They go into areas that you aren't usually there, like crawl spaces, you know, attic void spaces, places like that. Glue boards are a really good way to monitor whether or not you have brown recluse spider. If you're not finding them on glue boards, then you shouldn't have them anymore. You will find them. They will wander into glue boards, especially if you fold them up into little boxes and don't lay them flat. Actually fold them up and fold them in on themselves and make a little box, because they like to crawl in those little places like that, and you'll catch them in there. And if you haven't caught any, you more than likely don't have any. We got the house treated for bed bugs about a month ago. My husband said he's still itching. I haven't seen a bug nor been itching. He has bites on him too. Should I call the pest guy back out? I mean, have you found any blood spots? Have you found any casings? Have you found any signs that you actually have bed bugs? There's lots of things that can bite you that can cause you to itch that aren't bed bugs at all. I have a problem. So I got this camera right here, and I got everything faced right here to where I can look at the camera, because people like you to look at the camera. I learned this about filming. I've been filming for, you can go Stormwind. Stormwind. I've been filming for 6-7 years. And people like you to look at the camera. But the problem is, if I look at the camera, I can see my face. Because I got this screen like right here now. And I'm like, I like to make faces at myself. So, I'm horrible. I keep looking at myself and watching myself and trying to stop myself from making goofy faces at myself. And then Emma's sitting here laughing because she's watching me make goofy faces at myself. My house is empty due to getting rid of all the furniture because it was infested. And no, I haven't seen any casings. What do they look like? Let's see if I can find a picture on my iCloud. I think I got a picture. All right. That song gets in my head. I can't get it out of my head. All right. Let's see if I can find a picture. Man, they changed iCloud. It's all different now. It's all different. All different. Different. All right, favorites. Let's look at some pictures of bed bugs. Oh! Oh, I got a surprise. I just remembered. Hold on. I got to show you this picture of bed bugs first. Let's see. Download. That. And put it up here. All right. Let's look at some bed bugs together. So that is a picture of bed bugs. Ew, yuck. All right, so let's see what a casing looks like. All right, we're going to zoom in. All right, so this, of course, this is an adult bed bug. This is a nymph. I took this picture of myself, by the way, on my cell phone. This is a nymph. This is a nymph. Casings look so. Actually, these might actually be casings because they're just plain brown color. All this black stuff, that's all poop. They're nasty. There's a nymph right there that's fed. So you can see how they got the black spot in the middle. That's a nymph. This is a piece of a casing right here. This is a casing right here. This is a casing right here. See, they look just like bed bugs. Bed bug casings look like bed bugs, except there's nothing alive inside them. You know, kind of like when you look at a butterfly, or not a butterfly, so to speak, but a cicada. If you've ever seen a cicada casing, how they leave those little black casings on the wall, they're kind of like that. See, that this is a little bitty casing of a bed bug. And I got eggs in this picture too. Let me show you. See, this is on a mattress. You can see all these little holes. That's from a mattress. It's actually a mattress encasement. It's a picture of a mattress encasement. There's some eggs. So there's an egg there. That one's actually been hatched because it's open. See how it's open right there? That's an egg that's hatched. There's an egg there. That's an egg. See, they look kind of like Tic Tacs. Like little teeny tiny Tic Tacs. Anyway, that's bed bugs. That's what they look like. Aren't they beautiful? Aren't they just gorgeous? So anyway, I want to show you something. I said I had something. It's a surprise. I want to show you something really cool. I do have some live ones. My other ones are dead. But I got live ones. I got new ones. I did a bed bug job. And I got some in here that have actually, looks like they shed their casing. See, there's a shed casing right there. See if I can get it to focus. Is it looking good, Emma? Can you see them? Kind of. Come on, focus. Focus. It don't want to focus. I think I might have to take them out, Alicia.
What?
I think I'm going to have to take these out so I can show people what they look like.
Okay, no.
Why?
No.
I wonder if I can get them to move. Hold on.
You do not need to do that.
Don't tell me that I already did. Oh, no, there you go. Ooh, look at that. Look at him. He's excited. He smells it. He's like, oh, my goodness. That smells so good. Do you see him in there?
I dare you to feed one.
No, I'm not going to feed one. Ooh, he's really moving fast, too. Holy cow.
Emma, would you feed one?
Do you want to feed one, Emma? No, Emma don't want to feed one. I'm not going to make Emma feed a bed bug. Look at him crawling in there. When I breathed in that jar.
You breathed in the jar?
I breathed. Yeah, I went. Well, yeah, it's open on top, see? Look. See?
Yeah, I know. Stick it on your wrist.
Divisions says I should definitely take them out.
I think you should feed one. Then you can document the bite.
You can see them moving now, see them? So, this is called a feeder tube. It's glass. You see them moving in there. It's glass. No, do not take them out, Carla says. And on the top is a little screen. So it's like you can't really see how fine it is, but they can't really. Let me see if I can get a light on these things so you can see them better. See, there's one up there at the lid. You see him up there? He or she, probably a she. But I breathed in the bottle, and that one right there must be hungry because she skedaddled right up to that lid, ready to take a bite. And you see that's a casing right there. That's what a casing looks like right there. See how it's really translucent? You can see through it. Like it used to be a bed bug, but it's not one anymore. So one had bit and then shed its skin inside this little container. There was an egg in there at one time, but that one I think that one actually hatched out since I put it up there. Because I've only had it up there for maybe about a week and a half. But yeah, you see that one? It's waiting on me. Now, if I hold this little jar up against my skin, like right here, then they can bite me through that screen. So that screen, you can see her sitting there. Look at that little black speck. That's a bed bug right there. So if I put this against my arm, it will be able to bite me and get a blood meal and maybe lay eggs inside this jar. I don't know, but they done pooped in there. Look at that nasty. They done pooping in there. I need to scoop their little box. I think some of these might be dead though, because I treated the house for bed bugs. Now I collected these before I treated the house in hopes that, you know, I'd be able to show you guys these things, because I like to show you live bed bugs. But I don't know. She keeps telling me I need to feed them, and I don't want to intentionally feed a bed bug. Oh, there's a little baby right there. That's probably the one that hatched out right there. Right up at the top, right there. See that? That's a little bitty baby. So little, it don't want to focus though. Oh. So what do you guys think? Let's see. Let's do a poll. Let's run a poll. How do I do a poll on here? You're supposed to be able to. Let me see. Let's see. Add. Start a poll. Should I feed my bed bug? There you go. There is a poll in the Yahoo chat, YouTube chat. Y'all can vote whether or not I should feed my bed bug, which means I need to let it bite me. That's what that means. That's what that means. So, Katravana, let it starve, homie. Oh, I don't want to break it because it is glass if I accidentally. Man, they go crazy when you breathe on them, though. They must be. It must be hungry. Poor thing. Poor thing must be hungry. Must be hungry. I'm gonna lay it right there. So we'll see if people want me to feed the bed bugs now. I got 10 votes so far. All right. I should have known not to let them treat my house with the repellent pesticides, but they were like, they do very well and blah, blah. I've used repellent pesticides. I've killed bed bugs with repellent pesticides. Crossfire hasn't been out forever. And before Crossfire came out, which I started using Crossfire maybe 6 years ago, but before that, I didn't use Crossfire. I used other pesticides, and I've used repellents, and I've been able to get rid of bed bugs with repellents before. It takes a couple of months, sometimes 6-7 months, but it just depends on your bed bugs. So look, now what you gotta do is you gotta go over here, right? And go over here. Let's see. Is it this one? Is this one? Right here. Are they gone? Yeah, there. See? You gotta do this. See? They tell you where to go. See? Not this one. I don't think. Oh yeah, that one too. You gotta do both of those. Yeah. Yeah, you're doing it right. You're doing it right. I sent a text because you guys. Oh, let me turn on. I forgot. I gotta turn on my phone. Hold on. I always start my stream with the phone off because I never know how many people are going to call when I first come on, and I have to turn the phones on or I can't get messages. A pest control company wants to treat my house for bed bugs using some chemical treatment. With some kind of chemical and not heat treatment. How well does that work? I don't do heat treatments. I prefer chemical over heat. I don't like heat. Heat doesn't usually work. Heat will drive bed bugs into the wall, especially if the bed bugs are already living near the wall, like in a baseboard or behind a wall outlet, a plug, a picture frame, right there at the wall. They can go and retreat into the wall around a nail hole and different places. I've seen them do it. And once they're in the wall, they're protected from the heat. So I don't recommend heat. What time does your show end? I want to call in and ask a couple of bedbug questions. Call in now. Call in. Call me. I got it up there. Call me. I think it'll work. Sometimes my settings are messed up. Make sure my audio's right. Nobody called me last time I was live, so I don't mind. Call. Yep, everything's set, ready to go. It's a great way to see if you still react to the bites or how soon you'll react, people are saying. So far, 76 people have voted no, that they don't want me to feed my bedbug. And if you don't want me to feed my bedbug, I will not feed my bedbug. I will not do it. My wife keeps telling me to let them bite me, and I'm not going to do it if you guys aren't going to want me to do it. So, but honestly, if the votes were yes, I would have done it. I would have done it. I would have let it bite me. Set them on fire. People hate these things. I find them very interesting. Animals, creatures, whatever you want to call them. And things are all like, I think these are actually dead. I think the babies have died. And the adult is still alive. And it may be a male that wants to bite me. But I breathed in that bottle, and that bed bug will not leave that lid at all. They are right on that lid. They will not let go. It is on there. You want me to bite you? No? No? You sure? No? Okay. Emma don't want the bugs to bite her. She ain't crazy. I'm glad you have them to show us, but don't feed them. I'll get more. If he starve... I mean, I got these in here, too. These are dead. These are dead ones. So I could toss them out. They're dead. But... Oh, I got those. And I got... Hold on. I got these in this jar. And I got these in this bottle right there. If y'all can see that in that corner right there. They're all bed bugs. I need to throw them out. I'm collecting dead carcasses inside my desk. It's weird. It's a very weird thing. But I have done it. Hello, this is Jason with Akers Pest Control. Can I help you?
Hi.
Hello.
It's Kurt. I'm from Michigan. I'm staying with my mom, and we went to a movie theater, and it's an old movie theater. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter because I've watched everything. I've been watching you because you're the only one I really trust online. And we got my chair where I was sitting in, and it's basically where I sleep because I have back problems. It started getting bed bugs, and then we pulled it out and cleaned crazily, and then we got the chair out of there, and I haven't been bitten since. And but I'm wondering, is there a way that we haven't been bitten in like 7 days? Is there any way that they might come back?
Have you treated with anything? What have you treated with?
Nothing.
They'll probably come back.
But I do. We've been looking behind everything, and they haven't came anywhere. I do have like 3 bottles of Bedlam. Should I use that?
I mean, Bedlam will kill bed bugs. The thing is the reason they stopped. All right, so MGK, they're the producers of Bedlam, and they're also the producers of Crossfire. The reason they came out with Crossfire is because Bedlam quit killing bed bugs. That doesn't mean you won't have a strain that won't die from it. You know, you could easily have a strain of bed bugs that you can kill with Bedlam. But I personally would use it. If you've got it, I would use it anyway, just to be on the safe side. Bed bugs feed once every 6 to 10 days. If you have eggs that haven't hatched yet, then you won't get bit for maybe another week or so. Because it takes an egg 6 to 10 days to hatch, and it takes a nymph 6 to 10 days to bite you for the first time. And so it could be 2 to 3 weeks before you even get bit. And if you threw out all the live infestation that was already hatched, adults, nymphs, all that stuff, and you threw them away when you threw the chair out, it's possible that you got rid of all of them, that all you had was living in the chair, but then also you could have some that have laid eggs elsewhere in the room, like on your, around your sofa or around your baseboards or somewhere like that.
So I should immediately then take that Bedlam and spray the baseboard, spray underneath everything, spray the couches and all that I don't think that are contaminated.
I would do it. I would do it just in case, because they will transfer on your clothes. I am extremely thorough. When I treat bed bugs, I'm very thorough. I do the whole house. I have turned down customers. I have told customers, look, if you don't want me to do the whole house, then I'm just not going to work. I said, because I've got to put my name on this. I can't just do it if, that's how it is.
Yeah, okay. Well, I just want to say I recently became a huge fan of yours.
Oh, well, cool. Thank you.
I mean, it's just, you're out there helping people, and this is like this could be a horror movie. Like, seriously,
I know.
like
I had them.
Like I've even came up. Oh yeah, they're horrible, man. And
yeah, I brought them home once in 26 years of killing bed bugs. Because bed bugs, I really didn't do my first bed bug job till I was 17. I've been in pest control pretty much my whole life, but I did my very first bed bug job when I turned 17. It was maybe 6 months after I turned 17. and I went and did a job. I didn't do another one for 3 years. I've been learning about them ever since. I didn't even know what bed bugs were. I thought they were some kind of a nursery rhyme that parents told their kids to make them go to bed. I didn't know they were real. I thought it was just some thing people made up.
Yeah, I did too, honestly. I thought it was just don't let the bed bugs bite. It was just a rhyme.
Right.
I didn't know it was. Yeah, it was, man. It was, they're gross too, man. Oh, man.
Oh, I know.
First
They
one
stink.
I saw.
I know. That's what I told my daughter. I said, smell this little vial right here, and smell them so you know what they smell like, because they've got a really weird, musty, strange smell, and it's very unique. People are like, well, they're kind of like stink bugs. I was like, well, maybe, but I really think they're like bed bugs. I think they have a smell all to themselves. Weird, musty smell.
Well, I thank you for your advice, and to be safe, I'm gonna do that and spray the boards, spray everything I can.
Yep, that's what I would do. So, but hey, you have a good night.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you. Bye. You gotta do this right here, and you gotta say, oh, there you go. That's the one. So, sorry, I had to turn down the volume from my mic because it was getting feedback from the phone. But if that happens again, I'll just let it, so you guys can't hear me when I do that. Sorry about that. Let's see. I'm here to share my experience. I've been subscribed. Oh, you out there in? I'm from Virginia, just across the mountain. Are you in Buena Vista? Are you in Lexington? Stanton? Which mountain? Lots of mountains around here. I live in the Blue Ridge Mountains. As a child, I thought bed bugs were just random bugs that got into your bed. That's what I thought. I thought it was just I mean, you could have an ant in the bed and call it a bed bug. Yeah, because it's an ant, which is a bug. It's in your bed. So is that a bed bug? You know, I didn't know. I really didn't know what bed bugs were when I was a kid. Do you spray the kitchen? Yeah, I spray the baseboards throughout the whole house. I'm not as, I guess you could say, thorough. It's not really a need to be that thorough in a kitchen when you're treating for bed bugs, but it's always possible that someone will drop one off of a tennis shoe, or, you know, a piece like a sock or a pair of pants or something that you're wearing that an egg is on or something. You drop it, you can drop them anywhere. So I treat everywhere. I do the whole house. I talked with Jason over the phone in 2018. He recommended I got Crossfire, so I did. Okay. Now I'm trying to remember who you are, because I remember everybody. I like that I can remember all of the people I've talked to. So let me tell you what I did. I have a Reddit. So I made a Reddit. Because people are on this Reddit thing. I'm in Harrisonburg. Oh yeah, I know where you're at. I've done bed bugs in Harrisonburg. I treated bed bugs in Harrisonburg. But I have a subreddit. I made a subreddit / Green Acres PC. I made a subreddit. Over the weekend, I was gone for a couple days. So I took the kids out of town, and so we were gone. So I didn't do a video for Tuesday this week. I didn't do a video for Tuesday last week with the holiday. So that's like 2 weeks in a row I hadn't done a video, and then I didn't do a live stream last week. I had to get on here tonight. But I made a subreddit, and I was answering people's questions about bed bugs, and I realized I'm not on my right Reddit account. I'm on some other Reddit account for Green Acres PC. This is weird. And so I realized that I had my other one, so I deleted the old one, forgot to make myself an admin on my subreddit, and so now I can't even admin my subreddit. It sucks. Reddit's broken. But I was online looking for a new mattress. One said it was bedbug resistant. Do you know how what that means, no, that's not true. There's no mattress that's bedbug resistant. That doesn't make sense at all. That's not possible. So, Jesse, were you able to get rid of your bedbugs out in Harrisonburg? Because I'd like to know. Personally, I like to hear success stories. Everybody, 80% said no, don't feed the bedbugs.
Okay.
You really want me to feed these bedbugs?
You've been saying you were going to do it.
I don't want to do
Years
it.
ago, you were going to do it when you were
I said all right, so I've been on YouTube for 6 years. It was 6 years in August. And Emma's trying to get up and leave. Okay, so I told people when I get to 1,000 subs, I'm gonna let bedbugs bite me, and I didn't do it. And then I said 10,000 subs, I'm gonna let bedbugs bite me, and I didn't do it. I have 27,000 subs, and I still have not let a bedbug bite me because I don't want them to bite me, because I have seen how bad people react to these things. I don't want a bedbug bite. I have not been bitten yet. I'm bad enough I get flea bites on me every single time I go into a flea-infested house. I don't want a bedbug bite. I don't want one to bite me. And I know there are people in this room right now that say, don't let them bite you. They're miserable, they're horrible, they itch, they burn, they make you blister, they're awful. I don't want to do it. And if you guys say no, I am not going to do it. Not going to do it, not going to do it. Nope, nope, nope. Sammy says, you let that bedbug loose in your house and he gets lost and you will wind up with an infestation and wind up treating your own house again. Kinju says, on one hand, I don't want you to feed them. On the other hand, you did bring them home. They are your responsibility.
Exactly. You did bring them home. They are your responsibility.
Not worth it, don't do it, says Wendy. I just do it just because I want to see what happens. So. I'm itchy right now, man.
Just the thought of it.
No, I got into fleas today. It was awful.
Oh.
Jesse says, yes, it worked. I'm so thankful for you and all your advice. Great. That's a good deal. Good deal. I'm glad. I'm going to be right back. I got to go AFK for a minute. No, not that one. Well, I can't hide nothing from you people. Sorry, when you gotta go, you gotta go. I'm one of the only streamers, I think, on YouTube that'll tell you, hey, I'll be right back, I gotta pee. But I also drink 40 ounces of water. This is, actually, it was full when I sat here and it's almost empty now. I like to stay well hydrated. It's good for you. Keep you healthy. I'm so thankful for you and all your advice. I see. Yeah, I know a lot of people that don't react from bedbug bites. I might not react at all. More than likely I will, but, you know, I might not. Oh, Joe says that you should feed the bedbugs. They say you should do it since you're so worried about their welfare that you should feed the bedbugs. I think that's a good idea. We'll have a wife reveal live on stream if I can get to 1 million subs. Does that make sense?
Sure.
There you go. Oh, you heard it.
If I get to 1 million subs, I will let bedbugs feed.
So share this video to everybody that you know, because if I can get, I'm gonna start an ad campaign, wife reveal and a bedbug feeding, gonna let them feed on her. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna put it up there, and you heard her say that she would do it. I'm gonna clip this little portion right here, clip this, and I'm gonna share it everywhere. Because now Alicia wants to feed bedbugs.
I don't want to.
She don't want to. She just said she would. I ain't gonna get no 1 million subs. It's crazy. Do 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 do. Do do do. Do 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 do. So, out of 22 people polled, 22 people voted. 81% voted no, do not feed the bed bug, and 18% said yes. So I don't have to feed them today. I'm tired. Oh, babies are a lot of work.
Babies are a lot of work.
And Alicia does most of the work. I just get to hold them and say, oh, you're so cute. Bedbugs do bite cats. Sammy says, why don't bedbugs bite cats? They do. They will. They will bite your cat. They will bite your dog. They will bite your pets. So, they will. How do people avoid bringing home roaches from their workplace? Don't take in your bags. Don't take in your belongings. Don't take anything into work. Just your body. Just yourself. If your workplace is infested so horrible with cockroaches that you are getting them on your clothing, your boots, your shoes, whatever, on your pants, I would look for a different job. I would go looking for somewhere else to work, because that's a big health hazard to you working in an environment like that. So, but if they're just mild and you're worried they might crawl into a pocketbook, then don't bring your pocketbook into work. I've worked for restaurants that had pretty bad cockroach infestation. Usually the reason the restaurant had them is because employees were bringing them into the restaurant. The employees didn't have roaches because of the restaurant. The restaurant had them because of employees. So yeah, I don't, you find a different job. That's what I would recommend. I am exhausted, y'all. I am so tired. Let me see, how many stops did I do today? Let me look it up. I'll tell you. On Thursday, the 1st of December, I had 27 stops. Starting at 8 o'clock this morning, I was out. That's when my first job started. And I did 27. I am very tired. But then I was out of town Monday. So we left. When did we leave? Sunday? I think we left Sunday.
Yeah, no, we left Saturday.
Hello, this is Jason with Green Acres Pest Control. Can I help you?
Hi.
Hi, I
Hi.
thank you for taking my call.
Of course.
I just had a couple of questions, if I could ask about bedbugs.
Yeah. What's going on?
So my question is, I found bedbugs like a week and a half ago. Some of them were dead. Earlier in the month, I had like a general pest control. I'm just trying to see about me applying Crossfire. I don't know what killed the ones that were already dead. But if it would be a problem with me reapplying since it's been 30 days, I have no idea what to use.
Do you live in an apartment?
I live in a house.
Was it a rental? Or, I mean, did you pay for the exterminator to come out there?
No, I just do like general pest control, and I had called them earlier, like in October, for spiders. They treated on November the 1st for just like spiders throughout my house. And then by like November the 16th, I found bed bugs on my bed. I threw my bed out, and I noticed some of the bed bugs were actually dead.
Oh yeah, they probably died from whatever they sprayed.
So would it be okay for me to, is there like, because I don't know what they treated with, is it still okay for me to move forward and try spray everything with Crossfire?
I would probably, so the problem is that there are several different chemicals they could have used in your house for spiders that are very effective on spiders. But the problem is the lifetime of a pesticide. So once you apply a pesticide, the timer will start ticking down to how long that chemical will last. But basically how long it will kill bugs for. But not only that, is how long bugs will see that pesticide for what it is. So there are a lot of chemicals that are repellent chemicals that we use for spiders in this business. And some of them last 90 days. And if you treat with something for 90 days and it lasts for 90 days and then you spray Crossfire on top of it, if it's a repellent, like, Onslaught Fast Cap, which is a 90-day residue, which is for spiders, then you are not going to kill bed bugs with the Crossfire. Now, you could treat your mattress, you could treat your box spring and stuff like that. I'm sure they didn't do that. I'm sure they didn't come in your house to treat all your furniture. You can do that, and that will kill any bed bugs that crawl up on the furniture. I wouldn't go through and treat all the baseboards and stuff like that, like what I usually recommend, just because you just had a spider treatment done. I would treat all the furniture instead. And then that way, if anything runs up on the furniture from the baseboards or anywhere like that where they're hiding away from, whatever chemical they've sprayed with, they'll crawl up on the bed. They're naturally going to want to crawl up on the bed to bite you anyway. And so if you treat the bed, you treat the mattress, box spring, headboard, footboard, bed rails, couches, love seats, and stuff like that, when the bed bugs crawl up on the furniture, they'll die.
Okay. I have another quick question. I threw my bed out the same day. I got an air mattress. Like, would they go inside of the air mattress, or is that something that I would have to be concerned about?
They don't usually go inside the air mattress, but I have found them living on the valve, like, where it screws shut, where you pump it full of air. Sometimes they'll live on the threads of the valve. Sometimes they'll live in the actual grooves along where the seams are, where it's sewn together. Because air mattresses are sewn together just like real mattresses are. They usually melt the plastic together in the seams, and they'll live there too. And so I would treat the air mattress.
Okay. Okay, so just like everything around the perimeter and maybe the bottom of it.
Yeah, I mean, you can, if you're going to have leftover anyway. I would just treat the whole house. It's not going to hurt to do it. But normally I would say, try to hold off and wait a while, but you don't want bed bugs to breed in the house either. And the longer you go without treating them, the longer, the more likely you'll have problems worse in the future, trying to get rid of them. If somebody calls me up and says, I've only found 2 or 3 bed bugs, is it okay to wait a while? I say no every time, because you need to get in and start treating them before they start laying eggs, and then you start the process all over again. The problem is a bed bug egg takes 6 to 10 days to hatch, and then it takes 6 to 10 days to bite you. That's like 3 weeks in the future. That's a long ways away to start getting bit up again. So I say to start treating them right now, but hopefully you'll catch them before they lay eggs, and then you're done with them. Then they're done for good.
Okay. Okay. Do you normally recommend to treat the garage?
I usually do.
I don't normally be in my garage like that, but I've gone back there a couple of times.
I usually treat the garage and the cars and everything. I treat in the car too, just to make sure people don't take them with them.
Does the car have to be completely empty?
No,
Because I think I like panicked at the time where I seen them. I threw my bed out. I took everything out of my house. I put it in, well, all my clothes and stuff, I put them in my car. So, like, when I, at that point, go wash my clothes and then treat everything and then put my clean clothes inside of the bags back in my car, and they should be okay.
Now, I usually don't recommend people go and do a whole bunch of laundry. If you, all right, so here's the problem with doing a whole bunch of laundry. If you don't have a severe case of bed bugs, you're not going to have bed bugs in your clothes. I mean, it's going to be very rare. I've only seen it a handful of times in 26 years. A handful of very, very mild. You know, I mean, most of the time you never have them that bad. But if they are that bad to where they're in your clothes, then by all means, you know, wash and dry your clothes on high heat and all that stuff. And you'll kill the bed bugs in your clothes. The problem with taking your clothes to the laundromat is if someone else goes and takes their clothes to the laundromat and they do have a heavy infestation, you run a higher risk of bringing bugs home from the laundromat than actually getting rid of your bed bug problem. It is better to leave the clean clothes at your house, leave them hung up in your closet, leave them in your dressers and stuff like that, and just treat with Crossfire. They can't get a bed bug bite from a sock. They're going to have to come out. They're going to have to bite you. And so they will leave the clothes if they're in it. They will leave those areas and come to you and bite you, and then they die because the bed's been treated. Everything's been treated.
Gotcha. Another quick question. I threw my mattress and my box spring in my backyard. If I have to walk back there for trash, is there any way that I could be tracking them back in?
No.
Or should I try to get? No.
No, you toss it outside, they're
Okay.
going to die out there. You ain't got to worry about them.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you. I appreciate all of your help. This is like the most helpful information on YouTube ever.
I think you
so
commented
much.
on one of my videos too, didn't you?
I watched like every single one of your videos that you have. I've commented on a couple of different videos.
I remember somebody commented just like a day or two ago and said, yeah, if I threw it outside, are they going to get back on me and come back in the house? And that's why when you said that, I'm like, I remember that. I remember that comment. So
Yeah,
I read all my
I've been
comments.
going through trying to get the best understanding of everything. I truly appreciate your channel and all it has to offer. I'm sorry, if I could, one more quick question.
Yeah.
Do you know about moles and voles?
So moles make the little mounds in the yard, and it makes the ground real soft to where if you try to even mow, it will, you know, it could even throw dirt up in the air because they just tear the yard up. Voles eat. They're like a field mouse, but they have a docked tail. So they're almost identical to a field mouse. They're a little bit smaller than a field mouse, and they actually will tunnel down and eat the root buds. So like rhododendron and rose bushes and stuff, they love to tunnel down around those bushes, and they leave a hole about the size of your pinky. Is like the holes that they like to put down in the ground. But moles. One of the easiest ways to eliminate moles out of the yard is if you treat your yard for things like grubs. You can go to Walmart, Home Depot, and buy granulated pesticide that's labeled for grubs, and you can treat your yard. It will kill the grubs in the yard, and the moles will leave your yard alone because they are there to eat, and if there's no food, they will leave your yard. The thing is, you want to treat about once every 2 or 3 months so that you can, you know, keep them under control, keep the grubs out of the yard.
Okay.
But voles eat mouse poison. You can set out, you know, they, like I said, they're a type of field mouse. If you set out a rat bait station out there with bait in it, you'll kill the voles. The voles will get into the rat poison, they'll eat it, they'll die, and they'll stop bothering your plants.
What I'm having is the moles that leave the big runs everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
I do have like base stations around my house, but I've been living here for like a year and a half, and I've been trying to get rid of the moles. I tried like I guess like almost like a firecracker that you put inside of the ground. Nothing is really working on them.
No, but if you treat the yard for the
crabs.
If you treat the yard for the, like I said, for the grubs, the moles will leave your yard alone because that's what they're eating. If you get rid of their food source, they won't be there.
Okay.
So good luck.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
You have a good night. Bye.
You as well. Bye-bye.
So, Aaron asks a question that I want to address. Aaron asks, why can't you buy Alpine WSG in higher quantities in Maryland? Isn't it very low toxicity? Correct. It is very low toxicity. But the problem is it's a neonicotinoid, and the world has gone crazy over neonics. A lot of the states have banned the sale of neonicotinoids to consumers, not because of the toxicity to you, but because of the toxicity to bees. Because people are misapplying the pesticide, and it's causing bees to die. And, you know, farmers that try to farm honey and stuff like that are having their bee colonies die out because people are misapplying chemicals. That's why I always say, you know, the label's the law. Follow your label. It says right on Alpine not to use around flowering plants and stuff like that because you'll kill bees and other pollinators. So that's why it's not allowed, because people are stupid. And that's the, honestly, if you went to IKEA, all right, and you bought the most complicated couch in the world, all right, you got it shipped to your house. It's in boxes. You open up all the boxes, and you take the instructions, and you put them in the paper shredder and burn them in the fireplace. All right, would you say that's stupid? So why is it that people buy a pesticide and act like there's no label? There's no directions to use it. And they disobey the label. They break the label. They misapply the chemical. They say, oh, I'll just spray it there anyway. No. That's bad. That's bad. And it causes us all to suffer. When you don't follow the label as a consumer. Now, I have to follow the label. It's the law. I have to. Because if I don't follow the label, I will lose my license. They will punish me if I don't follow the label, because I'm making a living doing pest control. All right? So that I get in trouble for that. But a consumer can go out there, buy a pesticide, completely negate the label, apply pesticide however they want, wherever they want to, poison half of the stuff they're not even trying to poison, and get everybody in trouble because they did something stupid. They didn't read the label. The label is the law. Read your labels. Follow your label. Always follow your label. You don't need to mix it double strength. You don't need to mix it triple strength. Mix it the normal strength. Spray exactly where they tell you to spray, because that's what works. That's what I do. I'm very successful. I've got about, I don't hardly ever have callbacks. I mean, I go out to people's house. I've got, you know, several hundred customers, and I don't get callbacks. I don't get people complaining, and I follow the label. If you follow the label, be just like me. You'll be very successful.
Be wary of the guys that are like, oh yeah, I mixed it extra strong
Yeah,
today.
exactly. Be wary of the exterminator that says, oh, but I got it really strong today, man. We're going to get rid of these bugs. Oh, really? How strong is it, really? He's either lying to you and telling you he's got it mixed strong to make you feel better, or he's actually mixing it over strength and he'll risk poisoning you or your pets or your children or fish. There's lots of things you can accidentally poison when you're not mixing your pesticide correctly. I get on my soapbox and preach, man. That irritates me. I hate when people do. That's why I put this on all of my videos, because I want people to understand the most important thing is, yeah, it's like a disclaimer, because people do stupid stuff, and I don't want them to go and misapply a chemical, blame me for it, because I gave them advice that's actually really good advice. If you follow what I tell you, it's really good advice. Is it better to ask for a table at a restaurant instead of a booth to guard against picking up bed bugs? Yes. Yes. That is a fantastic question. Absolutely yes. Bed bugs are more likely to live down in a booth than on a table. Absolutely. That's absolutely correct. They are less likely to be on a chair than on a booth. They're more likely to be in a booth. I am out of water, which means I'm out of pee power. I'm out of water. Is that sad? It's very sad. But hey, at least I won't have to get up and take a pee break. How long do you recommend you dry your clothes to kill? An hour. An hour to kill bed bugs. Bed bugs do bite pets. Joe says 30 minutes. So it's an hour. You need to heat them up for an hour to make sure the heat fully penetrates every piece of clothing. And if it's too hard on your clothes, by doing it an hour, take the clothes that it's hard on, like your lighter clothes, separate them out, and do them for a half hour. A very small load. The problem is the more clothing you have in a washing machine or a dryer or whatever, the less likely the more likely you'll have cold spots in your laundry. So I recommend an hour, 45 minutes to an hour at least. That's what I recommend, so that everything comes up to the temperature you want it to be at. How do you get rid of leftover crossfire? Well, what else do we do with leftovers? No, actually, I don't ever have leftover. I use it all. I only mix what I need for the job, so I don't ever have leftovers. But they do have plans in place in Virginia. They have areas you can take pesticides that you need to dispose of, disposal places and stuff, and they may have them in your state as well, wherever you live. But I would look into your Department of Agriculture or whatever the equivalent is of that to where you live and ask them and see what to do with leftover pesticides. Would you consider folding clothes on the couch a bad practice? No. I do it all the time. I probably have folded clothes. I do have folded clothes on my couch right now. I had to look. You like my shirt? Dunder Mifflin. I sell paper. Oh, goodness me. Maybe it is a bad practice. If so, I'm bad at doing laundry. Because I always fold clothes on the couch. Always.
If it's where you have to fold them, it's where you have to...
It's where you got. Yeah, I would love to put like a countertop in. Because I've got front loaders. So I got a front loader washing machine. My wife is 4'9" and a half. If she wears the right shoes, she's 4'10". She's really short. She's so short that when she puts baby in the crib, she has to kind of put him on his feet first and kind of let him flop down in there because she can't reach the mattress. She just can't. She'd fall into bed with him if she tried to. She's real short. So she can't do... She had my son. She used to have him dangle him down inside the washing machine so he could grab the clothes out of the bottom of the washing machine.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, because we used to have a top loader. So I got front loaders now. I would love to have a countertop, like that span all the way across the two washer and dryer, like so you could just pull your clothes out and fold them right there. That would be so nice. Yeah, Kenji, you sound like Borat. I'm the Borat, just my wife, just my wife. Should I treat the carpet around my bed, couch, and chair? I mean, you can, but I usually treat the legs. I find it's more successful to treat the legs themselves. I flip furniture upside down. I've got a video of me actually treating furniture for bed bugs, and I turn the stuff completely upside down, and I treat all up underneath it. I did a house the other day. It's not the first time, but it's one of the only times that I have actually flipped an entire bed frame completely upside down. The guy had a homemade bed, and this is where I actually collected my new friends, my pets. He had a homemade bed made out of plywood and 2x4s. That beast, it was a beast of a bed. It was heavy, but I flipped it upside down, treated all up underneath it and everything too. So I think I have missed what Southern Grape Lady says. Do bed bugs bite pets? You said ladder, but I don't understand what you're asking. I think I must have missed something that you asked me earlier. So. Up. They got words on your face. There you go. So much taller than me. You've gotten so big. That's Emily, everybody. Do you have a video of where to spray Alpine? I looked, I promise can't find it, as treatment and preventative. Visual learner here, thanks. Okay, so what are you trying to treat Alpine? What are you trying to treat with Alpine? What are you treating for? Are you treating for bed bugs, ants, roaches? Do you know anyone that is as efficient as you up in New York? I don't know anybody in New York. So, I don't know. I don't honestly know of very many exterminators that I trust. So, and it's Emma, not Emily, but Emma, E-M-M-A. She used to tell people when she was little, I am Emma, E-M-M-A, E-M-M-A. Bed bugs or fleas, I'm not sure what's going on. Preventative for roaches and bed bugs, using Crossfire 2. Alright, so treating for bed bugs and treating for every other bug are a completely different process. So I have 2 videos on my channel. I have one video on general use pest control for like spiders, roaches, ants, stuff like that. I have another video. Let's see. Let's look it up. Because I always have to find it because I named it something stupid and I can never find it. So let's see. Let's bring up. Is that the one? I need to do this anyway because I normally would. So if you are a member of my channel and you have clicked subscribe, I really appreciate it. But you can also join the channel now, and it allows you to have members access only to videos that I put up here for members only. Let's say that, get that out of the way. But let's go and try to search. So let's search for pest control. Let's move my mic a little bit so I can see my screen. All right. So we've got several videos on pest control. There it is. It's the 4th video up there. So if we click this one right here,
If you're
and we share it, and I copy it, and I'll put it in here, right here. That is general pest control. That's for everything, well, except fleas, except for fleas and bed bugs. All right. The bed bug video is going to be, let's search bed bugs. All right, how to get rid of bed bugs. This is a good one for that. Look at that guy. He's so handsome. He's such a handsome man. Look at that handsome man, Alicia. He's handsome. He's hot. Man, I wonder whoever he's married to must be really lucky. She probably thinks he's just the hottest thing in the world. All right, that's how to get rid of bed bugs. That's my bed bug video. And then, if you want to do fleas, is this one. How to get rid of fleas. Oh man, there's a handsome guy again. Look at that, Alicia. You can drool over him if you want. He's kind of hot. Alright, I'll post that in there too. There's fleas. There you go. All 3 videos for you to enjoy. Enjoy. Does Crossfire treat fleas? No, it does not. Crossfire is only for bed bugs. It is a specialty chemical that's designed only for bed bugs. So, it will only kill bed bugs. But it is late, and I'm going to bed. I've got to go to bed. I'm going to take these bed bugs up. I'm going to tuck them in underneath my pillow, nice and comfortable, so they can get a good night's sleep. Kenju says I need to take care of my pets. But I'm kidding. My wife would never sleep with me ever again. And I'm talking like in that's what I mean. So don't let your mind go there. Anyway, y'all have a good night. I appreciate it. Subscribe, join, do all the good stuff. Share me. Remember, if I can get to 1 million subscribers, Alicia's gonna let bed bugs bite her. And she gonna get on camera. And she gonna let everybody watch her get bit by bed bugs. So, Y'all have a real great night. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you next week.